there was, "It can happen here." And it actually outlines the philosophy of Columbia. It echoes some of the sentiments of that 1959 speech at Disneyland, and it reveals Rouse's thought process characterized by his inspiration and his optimism. When Rouse was asked to give this speech, no one knew that he was planning to build a city. No one knew that 15,000 acres had been purchased in Howard County. So he says of this speech that it was sort of like divine providence for him, that they asked him to do this speech and it made him focus on what he was really thinking about and what he would want to see in that city. So we have a clip of him actually speaking.
How can we really talk about what size a community should be, the structure of the community and its neighborhood, whether or not it should be separated from another by green belts and open spaces, about big concentrated cities versus a collection of small towns around the center, until we have first asked and answered a lot of questions about what we're really trying to achieve in the community, what will contribute to the growth of people. I believe that the ultimate test of civilization is whether or not it contributes to the growth, the improvement of mankind. Does it uplift, inspire, stimulate, and develop the best in them? There really can be no other right purpose of community except to provide an environment and an opportunity to develop better people. The most successful community would be that which contributed the most by its physical form, its institutions, and its operation to the growth of people. And then we have to ask what constitutes growth in people. Is it increase in physical capacity, improvement of the intellect, strengthening emotional balance, security, personal effectiveness? Perhaps it's all these things. But in searching for ultimate purpose in the development of a community, I find no test so embracing and so satisfactory as the biblical injunction, "Thou shalt love the Lord thy God with all thy heart, with all thy soul, and with all thy mind. Thou shalt love thy neighbor as thyself." If that were the target and test of community planning, if we were really trying to create inspired, concerned, and loving people, might not this begin to influence the kind of plans we will unfold? And might it not point the way to answers we're not now perceiving?
You know, when we're so familiar, I presume most of you are also familiar with Jim Rouse and the goals of Columbia. But when you realize that he was a shopping center developer, that he was asking these kinds of questions, just how remarkable he was as a developer. And also how that deep religious conviction of his creeps into speech after speech and his whole thought process.